Personalities just all week. All of their best qualities were just flowing out through them all week.
Certainly been a tough week for those living in the community of Sherwood. 2 current and 3 former Sylvan Hills high school students were killed in a car crash on Sunday. The school and community has been mourning their loss, as you can imagine, and trying to honor them in every way they can. Our Lisa Hampton joins us live at the school where the students are holding a balloon release. Lisa, I tell you what, this is extremely difficult. A loss being felt, I would imagine, by the entire community.
Yeah, Kevin, you're exactly right. And I think that just speaks volumes to the amount of people that came out today at Sylvan Hills High School football field for this balloon release. I'm actually going to step out of the way so you can get a closer look. Now, the balloon release happened at 5 o'clock today. There was even more people on this football field holding pink, some green, some blue balloons to release them to honor those 5 lives lost over the weekend in that car crash. And even though that balloon release happened at 5, just look at the amount of people still on this football field. Now, when those balloons did release, we saw a lot of people hugging each other. It was complete silence. We saw some people crying, obviously still needing that support on this football field right now. Some people have left, but for the majority, Kevin, a lot of people are still here. We also spoke to the church that those teenagers went to, Faith Bible Fellowship Church in Sherwood. Those members tell us that those teenagers were heavily involved within the church and the community, and their lives were just cut too short.
I really encourage you to always trust
a strong faith
like that sometimes, when things get very hard.
Something these 5 teenagers, Solomon Correa, Ava Luplo, Maggie Franco, Susie and Adriana Prime, all shared.
And live by faith. I know it gets kind of hard sometimes.
The purpose behind their trip to Jackson Hole Bible College in Wyoming last week, Lainey Hopkins met them there.
I think the Lord just placed it on our hearts to go because I think He knew we needed to be there and spend that time with them.
Making memories she didn't know would be her last with them.
Their personalities just all week. All of their best qualities were just flowing out through them all week.
Days after Hopkins left,
we were so loving all week, and I got to hug all of them goodbye.
Her 5 best friends were on their way back home to Arkansas when their lives were cut short in a car accident.
I didn't want to believe it. I had to talk to multiple people for it, to finally make sense to me.
Hopkins says their friendship began in these holy walls.
We were always here 3 times a week.
Sitting alone in their favorite place.
This is our room. We would have meetings about our church camp and other trips that we would go on in here.
Stepping inside, Hopkins says, lightens the grief.
We've been up here every single day since it happened.
Elizabeth Diltz believes the church meant the world to them.
They were all church camp counselors for my kids at summer camp.
When the tragic news arrived, the church became a safe haven.
We were so thankful all the families got to be here and got to have somebody with them in the middle of the night to hear that.
Committed to taking care of their loved ones.
I'm kind of in charge of donations. All the support goes to the families.
Hopkins set on honoring her friends' lives.
I just believe that He wants us to live on through them and carry on their legacy of sharing the gospel with everyone and being bold about our faith.
In a time of sadness, she finds peace in the scripture.
And so we believe that God will bring with Jesus those who have fallen asleep in Him.
Now, a Utah man does face felony charges after officials say that he caused that chain reaction collision that did kill those 5 teenagers over the weekend. And as for the church members, they also said that they are covering all of the funeral arrangements and fees for the families affected by this tragic accident. And that funeral is set for February 4th on Saturday at 10 a.m. and that will be held at the Sylvan Hills Performing Arts Center. Back to you.